Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Josh with Stella Ann & Co. Please make sure that you don't forget to subscribe and then tap the bell icon so you're notified every time that we upload a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I store my wreath supplies that I use for my Etsy shop. So this will be the site that you see as soon as you get to the bottom of the stairs of the basement. So the table right here is where I do all of my tutorials and DIYs. I tried to show you how I store my ring light so that it is over top of me as I'm recording. I have it held up with 2 hooks that I got from Lowe's. The next thing that I'm going to show you is how I store my ribbon. I bought these 10-tier shoe racks, but instead of them being plastic, they're actually metal, so they're really strong and sturdy. As you can see in the clip, the rack is very easy to move so that I can get to the stuff that I have stored in the clear totes behind them that I use daily as well. So instead of having the ribbon sit on top of the rods, I put the rods through the ribbon so that way there was no way they could fall off. So the first thing that I do whenever I put the rack together is I will get enough ribbon to fill up an entire rod, and then I will take all of the plastic off of the ribbon and put rubber bands, so that way whenever I go to use the ribbon, I can easily put the rubber band back around the ribbon so that it doesn't unravel. I know that this method doesn't work for everyone, but this is what works for me, and hopefully you will be able to get a few ideas that will help you organize your own craft supplies. So once you have all the rubber bands on the ribbon, you start with one side and screw in the screw, and then put it up to the other and screw that in as well, and just fill up the rack until you're all done. Alright, so the next topic that I want to share with you guys is flowers. There are a lot of different ways to store flowers. You can use bins, which I do use some bins, but my favorite method is getting pegboard and taking zip ties and zip tying the basket to the pegboard and putting the flower through the basket. So there's going to be a close-up of how I actually stick the flower down into the basket and show you what type of basket I use, because you do need to get a certain one that has holes for you to stick the flower down inside of. That way you can see what you have and you can kind of keep them separated by season or color, and it's a lot neater and they're not squished inside something. So that is definitely my favorite way. This is definitely a very cost-effective way to do it. I got the baskets from Dollar Tree for only $1, so you can't really go wrong with that. So another thing I want to go over with you is if you have a bunch of picks of a certain season or a certain type of item, is to organize with the clear totes, which is going to be popping up any second now. I use those for almost everything. They're easy to label and easy to stack, and they do hold quite a bit. So what you're seeing right now is where I keep my Cricut and my heat press and some other clear containers. Behind the ribbon racks is where I keep some flowers that I keep in bins and all of my ornaments. So on top of having wreath supplies, I also have a lot of home decorations. So the totes that you just seen that were red is some of my Christmas. So these are some more of the pull-out clear drawers that I like to use as well. Another little tip that I have for the clear containers is not everyone has the money to go out and buy the supplies for a wreath all at once. I know sometimes I like to take the time, maybe buy the ribbon, buy the mesh, and just build it up over time. So I will get a bin and start putting the stuff in it so that it's all together, and I know as soon as I have everything I need that it's ready to be made. And the last thing that I'm going to be showing you is how I hang up my signs and my wreath forms. I just simply hang them on a pegboard on the other side of the basement so they're out of the craft room area, so they are not in the way. And then the red, green, and blue totes that you see are all different season holiday decor. Also, if you do craft shows or craft fairs, this is a good way to make a wreath holder for multiple wreaths. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd please give it a thumbs up and a share, it'd be greatly appreciated. And YouTube Analytics is telling me that most people that are watching these videos are not subscribed, so please make sure that subscribe button is smashed so you don't miss any new content that we upload. Be sure to check us out on all of the other social media platforms that we are currently on. We also are selling wreath supplies on Etsy. I tried to fit as much as possible into this video, so if there was anything that I didn't cover or you would like to know something about, please feel free to leave a comment or send a DM and I'd gladly help you out.